We put the soap in the bottle. All right. What's going on, y'all? Oh, y'all in the building. Greg said it. I tried to give a little insight coming on a little later on these Sundays lately. For now, at least. Add a little bit to the schedule. Run a little bit behind. I think I saw B Watts on, so it worked out. I think he came on around about 3. Was it 3? Maybe it was 3. So some folks probably still out there. I don't know if he's still on, but y'all, it's a wonderful Sunday. We got 4th of July coming up. Here in hot Atlanta out here sweating it out. And we're getting a lot of rain. I don't know where y'all are. We've been getting a whole lot of rain. But it's all good. It is all good. Who's in the chat here? Let me see. Cleveland in the house. Sell Mo. Cleveland in the house. What's going on? Yes, sir. Get them up. What we have? How you say that name? Ayaba. What's going on? Yep, people coming in the building. Like I said, I think B Watts may be closing out or whatever. I know he came on. I saw something he said he came on at 3. But yep, we got I Love CC. I know I Love CC here. I know She come from B Watts? Yep. I know I love Cece here. I think she be over there. Yeah, yeah. He probably got off not too long ago because I was on the way back in and I saw it. I said, "What is B Watts doing on?" I think he came on at 3 because I was supposed to come on at 2, and I knew I wasn't gonna be making it 2. I was hoping to make it back by 3. And that's at 3:30, and boom, here I am. So I'm in the building, and I'm gonna tell you, long day here, hot, but I got it done. I got what I needed done. So I want to stop by and talk to y'all briefly, like a good old Baptist preacher. I won't be before long. At least I don't think I will. I got stuff to do. I'm already behind. So I just want to stop through. Y'all, who was there on Sunday? I was on there. I'm not Sunday, Thursday. I was on with B Watts on Thursday, and we were talking about the conspiracy. I was surprised B Watts wanted to talk about conspiracy. He sat back and watched me. Then, I was talking about some stuff. I kind of got the elementary level with y'all. Y'all don't know that's the other Greg said it, but Greg said he said it. We was talking about the situation with Coach Prime and Shedeur because this thing here is a little prolonged. Now it may benefit the Colorado Buffalo because they looking good. Y'all see how Jordan C, the only 300-some-pound dude I see with abs. He got little abs poking out. He been eating that little fish or whatever. Them boys working out. They gonna smack somebody in the mouth. We're gonna have a good time this year. Ain't nobody gonna be smacking Colorado around like that. You can tell. Them boys enjoying themselves. They kind of isolated while Coach Prime taking the heat, Shedeur taking the heat, because they was taking the heat when they was there. So he gone, they shooting at Shedeur. And the Colorado just getting loaded up. Colorado gonna hit some people in the mouth this year. Coach Prime even stepped off the scene. So his team is smart. Shedeur taking hit, Coach Prime send back his team just get to be a regular team. But nobody paying attention. But the Shedeur thing, it's a little prolonged. To me, I feel like, what he's going through, it's a little like, you know, I don't know what it means. I love CC, but I guess he man, for a big old dude, he chiseled up. And he need to be chiseled up over there on the edge because you got to think about it. He on the edge. He taking on probably the best pass rusher coming to the blind side. The fastest, quickest, strongest guys coming off that edge. So he ain't going against necessarily a 400-pound interior guy. So he don't cut weight all the way down to 305. He say he was 360. And he just got to be light on his feet and athletic because he's going against athletes. He ain't going against what his guy on the inside going through. The guy might be 300-some-pound wildebeest coming up the middle off the nose or whatever. But he dealing more so with those guys, those speedy guys coming off the edge or even outside linebacker, even cornerbacks blitzing. So he got to have them feet. He can't be heavy and sloppy out there tackle. So that was a smart move, you know. But, I think, yeah, he looked good. A lot of them boys looking good. They looking good as a team. And they got so many weapons on receiver. They got so many weapons. And I think the running back room going to sneak up because nobody respect them. But I think they're going to sneak up on some people, especially with Marshall Faulk. They got talent. You know what Welch can do. You know what Hayden can do. People going to sleep on them. Then this guy, the new running back. So they're going to sleep on those boys. I'm telling you right now. And we're going to really get to see what they really look like against Georgia Tech. And if they hit Georgia Tech in the mouth, people are going to be like, oh, we ain't been paying attention. Uh-oh. Oh, shucks. And it's going to be too late. Because they're going to go against Wyoming and all that. Colorado mess around be 4-0 again. What's going on? What's going on, Miss Felix? I text you then, Felix. Felix. I hope I say that right. You ready to come on down to Atlanta? You ready to move to Atlanta? Did I talk to you? Yeah. You and your brother. Y'all ready to move to Atlanta? Who ready to move to Atlanta? I got my agent's license and all that good stuff. I'm a mortgage guy. Y'all ready to move to Atlanta? Let me know. Let me know. Move to Atlanta, move around Atlanta. All right, I got the hookup. Ain't no better than Greg said it when you move to Atlanta. Ain't gonna find no better agent than that. All right. But yeah. So, it was on B Watch show. and we was talking about Shedeur with the whole conspiracy and all that, and how far this thing gonna go. And I had to just kind of say some stuff that hurt some people's feelings, and it ain't even their life, but their feeling was hurt. It messed up their fantasy about how the NFL works. I've been knowing about this for a long time, way before even Shedeur done was anywhere near the NFL. It ain't changed because he gone. Matter of fact, it may be a little worse. And just the control component and how why certain teams do better than others, why certain teams able to get help the same way as certain teams get help in college. They was cheating. They were trying to help Cam Ward. They shot themselves in the foot. They were trying to help. A lot of those teams got help. The referees on one end, the referees helping people. On the other end, the referees tearing people up. Like Colorado, they ain't helping you for nothing. If they were helping Colorado, Colorado would have been in the playoff last year. I mean, they would have been at least in the conference game because they got cheated against, even though they didn't do their best against Kansas State. They basically got cheated. So at the end of the day, when that boy got souffled, Shepard, what's going on? They souffled Shepard at the end of that game. So it's like that would have put Shedeur. I think that would have gave him a first down. It still was like a minute on the clock. Shedeur would have got down there and scored at least in the field goal range, and they would have won that game because they would have ran that clock out. And what happened was they just let him because I think right before that the guy was holding Draylon Miller. I was at that game. Draylon Miller was across the middle of the guy that's hugged him and held him. They didn't throw that flag. And then right after that, Real Shepard got Bobby Boucher with the ball in the air. The guy that said, "Oh shucks, you ain't gonna catch. I'm gonna run right through your chest." Mm. Yeah. Get your runner. I didn't speak to your brother, but yeah. So they messed them boys up, man. I mean, it was now Kansas. I don't know. It is Oklahoma. Not Oklahoma. Nebraska. The same thing. That was weird. They played weird, but Colorado got some things they had to tighten up on. They got to be able to finish on third down and short, fourth down and short. They got to be able to finish on that. And I think they're in position in the weight room and personnel to do that this year. That was a big difference in them winning some of those games. Think about it, they didn't lose that many games. They needed to convert on some of them short yardage because they moved the ball in Nebraska. People like to talk about they moved the ball in Nebraska. They got down the red zone a few times. They didn't score. It's not like they didn't cross the 50 the whole game. They started off slow, but eventually they moved the ball. Then you look up and you see, what Kansas State, they ran down Kansas State throat and then got down at the defense and nutted up. And I think it was a personnel issue because I think Colton Hood should have been out there. He's the best coverage guy. He's been making plays. And he should have been out there corner, and that play wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. After this, NFL has definitely shown their hand. Oh, the NFL been playing crazy for a long time, man. Because it's not what you think it is. It's resharpening mental folks. Yeah, he really. I like the way he talked to the guys. He get them in the huddle and he say, you doing this. It's almost like he parenting them. Like you can tell he been doing it for a long time. He don't do the rah rah. He get in there. He's talking to the kid in them. You guys did good, and I like the way you did that. I haven't really seen that in football, so that's unique. You know, yeah. We got King. Allen is the king of the tanglers. Yeah. We got a lot of guys got the tanglers over the last few weeks. Um, what was it? Miss NYC Finest, NY Finest. Um, yeah, a few people. I got their government names. I believe I wouldn't know. Yeah, we got a few people. So I just wanted to kind of like clarify some things. People, their feelings was hurt, and what is Shedeur's future in the NFL? What does that really look like? And I will say this, you know, all the way clear. I mean, what Shedeur is opportunity he get. Yeah, he got to play well because he don't want to shoot himself in the foot. He got to play well because he don't want to give people an excuse to play over him. But at the same time, I think it's really up to what NFL has plans for him. You know, it's like NFL has to have plans for you. They had plans for Mahomes. It's like in the NBA. You knew they had plans for LeBron. It's good. Oh, LeBron's so good. They built the league around him. They had plans for Michael Jordan. So if they don't have plans for you, and they on the opposite, they got plans to hinder you, they showing you we ain't gonna let you do nothing. And that's not a good sign. Okay, you going live. You going live on Georgia Tech. We got some new content creators. What's going on? Miss Felix going live. Going live for Georgia Tech game. All right. Is R Jizzle going live too? When when B Watts was doing the thing, I miss all them. I don't know what I was doing. Cause he had some of the people on there. I got to see. I can go back and see. He had different people on there. That was good. That was a good thing. Give people opportunity. And I missed all of the stuff, man. I don't know what I was doing. I had some stuff. But what you don't want to miss is the off season what's coming up. Because it's gonna tell all. It's gonna tell all. Like I from what I've been hearing, Jimmy's doing good. From what I've been hearing, LeJounte has been doing good. Shiloh, he got his little fan club now. And while he's shooting that Shedeur, they ain't paying attention to Shiloh, which is good for him. And Travis Hunter gonna do what he do. Travis Hunter gonna do what he do. People, if anything, people gonna forget, that who he is, and he gonna have to remind you. Don't play with me. I was the best out of high school, the best out of college, and I will be the best in the NFL. And he gonna have to remind him who he is. He ain't gonna be able to do that. He jumping over everybody, he running past everybody. I don't even think Travis Hunter even really used his speed in college. Last year, he was running past people like they were standing still. He was already fast, and then he like to play slow. But last year, he went to speed training and stuff like that. And you could tell he just was that much faster. We ain't even really seen Travis just. He just be gliding past people. Once he cut this mess on, they're gonna see. Yeah, they're gonna spank Georgia Tech. I'm gonna tell you that now. They're gonna spank Georgia Tech. Why wouldn't NFL build up Shedeur? He's the most remarkable player. Why wouldn't they? Because NFL is cocky and arrogant. They don't care about you. What they've said, they don't have other great players come, and they're gonna have more after you. And if they're a machine, they can build a brand. That's how they feel. They'd rather build a brand of somebody who they can control and who they trust than to build a brand. See, you would think it's about talent, but it's not. Because in that case, you're saying that everybody who wins the Super Bowl is the best team, or that every quarterback that's in the Super Bowl is the best quarterback, or that every quarterback that's playing is the best quarterback. It's some people who don't get shots. There's some people who don't even get a shot at NFL. They try that like they won't get Shedeur a shot at the NFL. Is it because they're not good enough? I guess that's debatable. But at the end of the day, they're in control of who's going to be the man and who's not going to be the man. And it's based off of whatever reason they feel. And so they determine who's marketable based off of whatever. Now, it kind of work against Shedeur that he's marketable without them because that means he don't need them. If this man come here, I already got my endorsements. It's like that's kind of intimidating in them because it's like, what does he? He don't need us. Now he feel like he got leverage over us. We need to put him in his place. We need to put him in his place fast because he think that we need him. And if he think we need him, then we ain't gonna be as powerful as we want to be, and that hurts our feelings. So that kind of work against Shedeur. Shedeur already got Delta commercials. He didn't get a Delta commercials because he in the NFL. He already come with it. So they feel like, oh, what you need us for? We got to put you in your place. We got to put you in your place. And it's not just because you got it. It's because not only you got it, but you second generation got it. And you got it. Because you would say Travis Hunter has stuff too. But Travis Hunter is he's first generation. He's still hungry. He's still he ain't got no daddy with money. He ain't got no daddy with influence. So he a little more, palatable for them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm glad for the opportunity. Shedeur don't have that energy. Even though he glad to be there, it's like, I expect to be here. And that's like, oh, I need you to be eating out my hand, basically. That's what NFL say. I need you to be eating out my hand. I could have went hard on the paint on B Watch show, but I turned it down. I was gonna bring some smoke to B Watch, but since it was my first. Well, it was practice. Maybe you have your own stuff, but um, I you would say that I went hard on Thursday, but I didn't. People think I went hard. That was kind of medium. You know, that was kind of medium because I was trying to say some stuff, and I said a little more. I was talk a little less cold, but you got to understand what you're dealing with. You got to understand the animal. You got to understand the animal you're dealing with. Y'all here with me, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. You don't want the truth, you shouldn't be here because I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Because I mean, they ain't paying me. They're not paying me. I can watch the game and I can not be in agreement with it, but I can at least know what I'm dealing with. Like I just want to know what I'm dealing with. I don't want to be. You ain't got to play mind games with me. I ain't a child. I don't need to have a fantasy. This ain't no Santa Claus around here. I'm not gonna play that game. If I'm watching the game, I need to know what it is. And so when the dumb stuff go to happen, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. You're not gonna have my blood pressure up over the football game and the sad and can't go to work. Like because I know at the end of the day, I'm not in control. The players are not in control. Let me tell you how the players are not in control. They move these players around like chess pieces. Okay. Well, you doing good. And let's trade three guys over here and then one guy come here. They structuring the team. You looking at all these trades. The draft is just the first component of it. Then they move all these guys as one team off this team. The team can be a winning team, and then they next year they win the Super Bowl and all 4-5 of their starters get traded. They just messed up the team. They're controlling the power balance of the team and distributing players to make another team good and to fit whatever they're trying to do. They're doing that. You don't do that. You just playing. You got all the top receivers around you, unlike college, and you got the portal and all that. But they can take all your doggone weapons and leave you barely making the playoff next year, or they can keep adding their own brands. I think after this draft, the players want to stay in college longer. I mean, I don't know, man. Because technically, Shedeur supposed to been coming to get the money. He's supposed to be. See, why would they stay if they gonna stay if they ain't sure? Because you got to think about the fact Shedeur wasn't getting 40 million from NIL. He was supposed to be getting 40 million guaranteed in the NFL coming the first round. He supposed to be getting 40 million. Then he was gonna have his 20 million. So Joe was basically trying to get almost $100 million. That's what he was thinking. He was looking at houses and he ain't saying that all that, but that's what he was doing. He had plans with that money. He was counting his pocket. And they came in and said, nope, we'll give you about $4,000. And he like, 4 million. He like, 4 million? Well, I get more than that. Well, wait, then in that case. But they ain't tell him to, they made sure he didn't get that option. They made sure that he stayed, that he didn't stay. They played him all the way up to the day of the freaking draft. That he thought he was going first round. They didn't give him the option. Because why would he think he wasn't going first round? He done won all the awards, did all the stuff. Why wouldn't he? Hearing it? All his homeboys, everybody else was accurate. Everybody else was, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. The top 5 was accurate except him. He went from that's how blatant they are. Everybody else that he was mentioned in association with, that he run with, that all the mock draft was give or take, depending on who go and win and all that. Top 5 was accurate, except Shedeur. And not only except Shedeur, it would have been it would have been, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It would have been one thing like slap in the face, like, oh, Travis go number 2, Cam go number 1. I'm gonna slap Shedeur, I'm gonna make him go 20th. And you like, I got you, Shedeur, ha 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 ha. And you didn't go in the top 5, you didn't go top 10. That was a good prank. But he still went in first round. No, that's how you know these people want to make a point. And I don't care what these people say on here, and I know y'all ain't, because y'all me. But people talk crazy like, oh man, what are you talking about? It's no justification for that man to go anywhere outside the first round and definitely the second round. It was when they did that. They was trying to send a message. Period. Period. You can come up with every fantasy you want on what message they were sending. And it could be a combination of some things. But I'm gonna tell you, they did that. Cause just because one team don't want you, it's like they say no, one man's trash, another man's treasure. They say, oh, you don't want them, I get them. If it was an agreement amongst all of them, somebody would scoot them up instead of send back letting Cleveland get them in the fifth round. It's too many teams needed quarterbacks, and it's too many teams that could benefit from him. So when he didn't go in the first round, Cleveland tomorrow, we didn't expect him to be still around. You're a lie. Maybe you too low on the totem pole, no, but they knew it'd be there because the other teams were already told not to touch him. And everybody getting there. I said it from the jump, but people starting to say that. They're starting to say that. Oh, humble to me, when you say you're gonna humble somebody, it is what it is. Humble, it mean, yeah, you can call it slave. All of them NFL slave. I mean, anytime somebody paying you and they can take it away and give it to you and treat you in that's slave. Because what are you without that check? You ain't no entrepreneur yet. You better not leverage it. Cause you a slave with them. Cause they gonna give you fines and rules and all that. But at the end of the day, you gotta look at somebody said they finna humble you. They did it. Because humbling you is, and then you know you're not who you think you are, according to us. Now your fans, your whatever might still think you all that, but you trying to come play with us. You trying to play in our league. This is our league. This ain't your little fans league. So it don't matter what they think, it matter what we think. So they're saying, hey, we humbled you. You thought you finna come up here and get our money, our 40 million? No, we'll give you 4 million. It's not, we're not gonna give you 40 million, we're gonna give you 4 million, we're gonna take a zero off. And we're gonna send you all the way in the back of the draft. Don't think you come running nothing up here. But we'll make you just got your jersey put up. Everybody say, I don't believe that should happen. They just retired your jersey. And you say, what fifth round draft pick got his jersey retired? Unless you go to Chicken Creek University. Now I know some people like, I don't know, maybe you go to a little school and you like the best thing ever, and nobody ever been drafted, and you know you can go fifth round there. But if you get your jersey put up at Colorado, I mean, only people who got their jerseys put up there is Heisman winners and great contributors. They're the only people. So how do you say? I got my jersey put up there. My jersey was put up there with Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter went second. I went 144. We both won a top position, top award in our position. All them other little folks up there that was up there at Heisman outside of Janty, they didn't win the top position, because there were two of them was quarterbacks, and neither one of them won the best quarterback award, which was Gold Arm, Unitas Award, Johnny Unitas. Shedeur won that, and he won on the stage. Now you tell me who else won the Johnny Unitas and who won on that stage? Because historically, the Heisman has been a quarterback award. Historically, ain't nobody won a Heisman more than a quarterback. So you can do your research. I think I did it last week or whatever, and look at all the people who won that award. And a lot of Hall of Famers have won that award. But this guy, he gets the award, and he's a fifth round pick who was supposed to be in the first round pick. You tell me that that's not a setup. So how did that project into his future? Like I said, it has all to do with the same people who said that you're not good enough, or not. They didn't even say you're not good enough. They just said don't touch him. Doom, 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 doom. That's what they did. Don't touch him. That's what they said, and they didn't, because they all part of the whole organization. And they played a little game with him. Them same people want to collude. They can make his career until they get whatever they want to get. They want to kiss the ring. I don't know what they want. They gonna do what they do. They gonna do what they do. Trust that. They ain't stopping because you feel like they should stop. If they got an agenda, they got an agenda. Uh, hey, they promote a lot of stuff, just like the music industry. But y'all love the music too. And they tearing everybody up too. His favorite one is the worst one. He said, why the world jacked up? But I love her. Love me some Sexy Reds and Glorilla. They talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, I ain't never seen music so hard on daughters. I seen some stuff hard on boys, but then they don't sick the. I listen to radio. All of them, all the songs come from girls. I'm like, how all these songs come from girls now? And they crazy as music. But I'm looking at, nah, y'all don't notice that. I don't even listen to radio. I'm like, dang, every song that came on was a girl, hip hop. They used to be whining about nobody acknowledging girls in hip hop. You find out now, cause that's all that's on the radio. And the music just toilet water. But some of y'all probably like that mess. They don't need the beat don't even be good. They be rapping off beat, but that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to get into someone else's platform about something. Yeah, yeah. Compromise. Not go to work. Yeah, some people don't. Some people, after Super Bowl and stuff, everybody take off work. Now, some people that be like it's a party event, but some people, man, they be all stressed out, be fighting at the game, all drunk and crazy. They be serious about that football, as if like it ain't possible that they ain't kind of finagling that thing. Shedeur didn't have to buy his mama a house. It wasn't the poverty story. Yeah, yeah, his story don't really fit. You got to buy his mama or dad no house. Yeah, yeah. Well, all the stuff is entertainment first right now because the money right now is in the branding and the marketing. I mean, you ain't even watching the game without everything got a storyline now. Even the college do it. Everything got a storyline to it. Talking about somebody mom. You look at all the commercial and all the analysts talk during the game. It ain't even about football. They talking about everything else. Just plugging in all these talking points and storylines and showing you clips and all that. Why they're trying to emotionally tie you into to the player and the story and all that. And I believe it or not, y'all really know. You should know. A lot of that have to do with how sometimes people can, see the code. Who going to Super Bowl. You used to show that stuff back in the day. Some people know how to put that stuff together. Like, oh, I see what's going on. I can't say if he'll be facing the NFL. If he kissed that ring, he got a chance. But boy, he might have to kiss two rings now because they know he got that buck in him, and you can't depend on your already uh, God given leverage. Like I said about Michael Vick, other people, you can't depend on your talent. You can't depend on your relationship. They want you to depend on them. Cause then they can tell you some crazy stuff and you gonna do it. Like you looking at this stuff like with Diddy and Tyler Perry. And what's the main stuff people say? They going after people who vulnerable. They going after people who needy. And you tell them to do all this crazy stuff, and then and they like, I don't want to lose my job. You're not manipulating people who got stuff like that. You only manipulate needy people. That's why these vulnerable kids are vulnerable when they don't have parents, stuff like that. They go after vulnerable people. And anybody can be deceived, and that's what you got the law for. But some people they can get dogged out, and I don't want to tell nobody, because I don't want to mess it up, because they feel like they ain't got no other opportunity in life. When you got your own money, you're not worried about that. You're not worried about that. So it makes you harder to manipulate. You can make a preview video of Georgia Tech. I don't see what I'm gonna do, man. Time is moving. What, June 29th? I'm gonna see what kind of time I have, and do I want to step it up? I can step up in a lot of ways, but I seem to make myself more busy outside of this than this, so I end up with less time to do a lot of stuff, intros and all that stuff, and just really put that time in. One thing I just try to do is be consistent, like on days like this, even though I'm busy and got all kinds of stuff to do before and after this, So it's hard. Uh, it's hard to do. We were talking about Shedeur on there, but yeah, man, I mean, he is the talk of sports, and unfortunately for them, the more they dog him out, the more they gonna make people talk about it. So they don't put themselves in a lose situation. If they really trying to hurt his brand, the more they do to him, the more they exposing themselves. At this point, they don't went too far. He didn't get a chance to play his first round draft video. They play when you get drafted. Yeah, they ain't gonna get nothing, man. They like, man, we ain't gonna let you do nothing. You ain't let you do nothing, boy. Think it will work out for him only Cleveland to draft him. They worked it out. At least break even. I mean, Cleveland can make it. It can work out. A lot of stuff it can work out. Uh, there's a lot of stuff that can happen. People get hurt. It can be forced to work out because of injuries and just all kinds of stuff. But ultimately, you should ask somebody ask will he become the face of it, the NFL, because you can do good and they still gonna not acknowledge you. It's only one number one spot. People whine about Lamar Jackson not being the guy. As good as he is, he don't get the accolades he should. Da, 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 da. Even though he's starting, even though this, that don't mean that they're gonna make him the face. They might not make him the face if he don't fit what they trying to do. You know, you're not gonna do that. And he kind of independent. I think his mom was his agent or something like that. I think they did some stuff too. Sure, always bring dividends with jersey sales. Yeah, I mean he gonna get that anyway because he come with the brand. But if the NFL is intimidated by his brand, they don't care. They don't care. They say I give me another Shedeur. They that arrogant. Where everyone is getting upset. There's a lot of the NFL already knew how the draft was gonna go. I mean, it was some rumors that I think that they got right before. I think they said they getting ready for some nonsense. I think they got wind right before the draft, but like not weeks and months leading up to it. But I think if it finally hit them, that okay, they might be trying some. Because right before it, you kind of know who can trade and stuff like that. So I think they had got a little clue before that. Glorilla, that's crazy. And then folks getting upset over retirement with that he didn't how the draft's going. Hey, they say he Tupac. Yeah, he got him, boy. Y'all better ride with it. Y'all better go with it while you can. Y'all better ride with it while you can. Y'all better take full advantage of him, Cleveland. Because I mean, he brings a spark to the team. Everybody's gonna play better with him. People want to play with him, so the players around him gonna play harder for him than they would for other quarterbacks if they believe in and if they believe in him and like him. It's just fact. So your team gonna play better. Gave secret to how they recruit in college football, which players they draft for which position, things like that. You know. Yeah, I mean, but after this season, they really gonna be hurt because Coach Prime got a lot of people coming. He got a lot of people coming. 2026. He reloading already. All they gotta do is we thought that last year was gonna make this year better, and the year after that. This season right here really gonna take Colorado over. Think about it. They already got their future quarterback, so they ain't gonna be tripping on the quarterback like that. They already got Juju. He already recruiting people, he don't play with and they know him. You just let him get in physical shape, let him learn the game. He ain't got no pressure on him. He gonna be behind your boy Salter. Salter is gonna do his thing because he brings a whole nother element to Colorado. Juju gonna get to learn some elements from him. He's already a pure passer. He's gonna get to learn things like how Sunshine had to learn how to do that little pitch. He gonna learn some stuff from Salter, and they gonna make a run for the next 2-3 years with Juju at quarterback. So they're not gonna be they're not gonna be rebuilding because a lot of them receivers gonna be still there. And they're gonna be recruiting. They still recruiting. A lot of top talent gonna be coming to Colorado. Period. You already seen them defensive backs. They just reloading. So this year right here really gonna show you where Colorado is going. Yeah, Jackson, did stuff like that. And I felt like that's what Shedeur should have did. That's one thing when they dropped the ball. That he didn't have no true agent representative. They kind of winged it because they just knew he gonna get in. They said, "Why waste the money? We get in anyway." Him and Shiloh, but they should have that sister or somebody should have got focused and locked in. I feel like Well Off should have their own. I don't know what's blocking it or who they lawyers. Well Off definitely should have his own department when it comes to management all day because they all about building brands. They got the marketing company. Well Off should definitely, if they don't now, get the Well Off management because that he should did for his brothers. You're gonna look out for your brothers more than anybody. They can make it. They absolutely can make it. Them boys undefeated. Yeah, they can make a run. They can make a run because they more focused. They more complete. All they gotta do, they got two quarterbacks. They ain't gotta worry about one quarterback go down, they screwed. Just keep competing, keep developing, and they in a good spot. Now they're gonna need some backup quarterbacks and stuff for Juju. Right now this is their most stat they've been. Yeah, they got some big boys, some talent in that safety. Chess ready. Yeah, chess ready. You play chess? I had my boys go do chess all this week. They had to go through a chess count from 10 to 2 this whole past week. They've been trying to play a little chess lately. Um, what city are you in chess ready? You chess ready? You gotta be playing some chess. Speaking of chess, I'm about to go ahead and phase out, y'all. Got to go get some stuff done. Coming up on an hour shortly. Some of y'all, you see what's scrolling at the bottom, defeat cable. What's going defeat cable. Y'all see at the top left. Some people go there and they just kind of fill in the information and don't finish the order. Make sure y'all finish your order when you can. Because it ain't no good you don't finish your order. Some people on here like Alan, R. Jizzle, several other people got their box. This gonna be critical, as I keep saying. This year, off, we really probably a few weeks away from preseason games starting. At the end of July, going to August, and we're gonna be having some conversation. I want y'all to be in the loop, not some ESPN loop. I want y'all to be able to see the games. Do you not want to see the games? Do you not realize you're not gonna be able to see the games? And you might say it's gonna be on YouTube. I don't know how unless somebody in that market. And some of y'all say you got this, you got that. Uh, you got some new shoes coming out. Yep, I seen the black and red. Some of y'all say, I got this, I got that. Okay, good. If you got Fire Stick hooked up like that, good. But y'all, it's Tangle Box only. It was what right now. I don't know how long? $2.99. One time. I have some people. What was it? I think it was I Love CC said they pay that a month, $350 a month or something here. And I don't even want to believe that. But I know some people pay $200 a month. So I'm just saying in less than a couple months, your stuff is more than paid for. Y'all be ready to have your stuff ready so we have some conversations. Matter of fact, we're gonna be having some private conversation for my members. So y'all be checking out the membership. I think it's the silver package membership, with $9.99 membership. We're gonna be having that. And the Tangle Box gonna be very key because my thing is I don't like watching a game with nobody unless they got a Tangle Box, because Tangle Box got it's on his own page. It's like it's streaming, so it'll be a little behind the regular TV. So I hate watching the game with other folks. And then I'm like going to the movie with somebody telling the story, and I'm watching like and I'm like, oh man, and I already know what's gonna happen. That ain't fun. So I don't like watching the game with people who I either gonna watch the game by myself. I be want to watch the game with other people, but I gotta watch the game with Tangle Box people because I don't want to be my box be 30 seconds behind something, and y'all, yo, what happened? I'm like, that's not fun. So, yeah, Miss NY Finest. Yeah, I know she got hers maybe a couple weeks ago. Yep, still getting the hang of it. It's a lot, ain't it? I told you it's a lot. It's some stuff I don't even, my kids, they'll take over the box. Yeah, you can get your, I know Alan got a, I know he got more than one. So, yeah, some people get more than one because they put it in different rooms, or they keep one for the house. When you can take that thing on the road with you, as long as you got internet. You go on the road with that thing. I don't take it with me. Grandmama house on the road to the hotel. Same way you do Fire Stick. The Fire Stick is very hard. Complicated. You got to get the jail written, people program and all that. Tangle Box already programmed. You plug it up, download the little stuff, boom, boom, boom. And everything is in there. They got it divided by TV, live TV. People say, is it live? You got live TV, TV series, like all the old TV series you watched growing up, and then movies. And I mean, you got so many movies. Matter of fact, the new movies, you ain't gonna catch them brand new. That's just like crazy. You ain't gonna get that, while it's in the theater. But a couple months outside the theater, yeah. Yeah. All the stuff. Going all the way back to your childhood, you just type it in. That thing loaded with history. Shows, movies, and stuff that you ain't gonna find nowhere. I don't care what Fire Stick you think, Amazon or all them little apps you got. they ain't got what the movies and shows the Tangled Box got. And if you find it like on YouTube or something, you got to pay for it. So I found some shows that I've been looking for years and I couldn't find it. Yeah, the T Box good for all NFL games. Well, like I said, it ain't no channel the T Box don't have. That's a new name, T Box. That's Allen. It ain't no sports on there that you. I got a video show. It ain't no sports channel you don't have. The NFL Network and all that on there. Sunday Ticket, all that stuff on there. I don't watch all of it. You know, I don't watch all of it, but I can. I got it because I got tired of missing the games. I ain't had no cable. I ain't finna keep doing the bootleg 7-day trial and all that. I'll be trying to watch on YouTube and then it cut off and somebody go speaking Chinese and something in the background at their house eating soup. And it's just weird, and it's just too fickle. I mean, I have it for a backup, whatever. I got, streaming on my phone, but it just got stuff that you don't have. It got all the channels, all the ESPN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Got all that on there. The network stuff, SEC network, the Big 10, Big 12 network, ACC network. It got all that on there. Yeah, it got all that on there. So it's like you can't lose with that. You can't. But I'm talking about right now with what's that? Yeah, I'm watching WBA on it. Yeah, I mean, I watch just wrestling. I don't even watch wrestling. One day I said, let me jump on here. Let me watch the WWE. It's showing you the Royal Rumbles. Not Royal Rumbles or whatever them thing. Way back in the day, it's showing you all them different um, wrestling matches, cage matches and stuff. I was just watching with my kids one day. I was like, that's crazy. I used to always hear about it. So they got all that stuff on there, man. They got international channels. You just want to just watch the Spanish one day. You just be watching the Spanish channel, be Argentina somewhere. Just want to feel international. Let me watch me some Argentina news to see what's going on. Argentina, I don't know a lick what they talking about, but boy, it just feels good that I can watch the news in Argentina. It's something, you get a box, man, like a Tanggula box. You just go doing crazy stuff. Let me watch what's going on in Chile. I ain't never been there, probably ain't going there. I'm just gonna see what's going on in Chile. They don't understand a lick what they talking about. That's what I be doing. When I get some time. Let me what going on with these international channels. Let's do all that. Yeah, all the local channels. And the pay-per-view. Now he king of pay-per-view. I ain't watching it on pay-per-view, but the pay-per-view fights and stuff be on there too. Boxing and all that. All that. It got Showtime, all that stuff on the HBO. It got all that on there. Everything on there. I don't watch 10% of the box. But I'm gonna tell you, he said about them local channels. That's what I'm telling y'all about. Local channels. When Shedeur is in Cleveland, you better have local channels if you want to see the game. If you want to see Travis, you better be able to have Jacksonville local channels. And then, what if they ain't playing in Jacksonville? I'm glad you asked. Wherever they play, you better have their local channels. If Jacksonville is playing in, I don't know where they play. I don't know where they play. Tennessee, then you better have Tennessee local channels or you not watching the game. You better be in Tennessee if you're going to watch the game. I'm giving y'all the box that allow y'all to watch the game anywhere you want to watch it. If you ain't got it, if they ain't on your TV for the region, because they showing the sorry games you don't want to watch, you said, let me go to my Tangled box and see who Pittsburgh playing Cleveland this week. Let me catch that game. And you go and watch it on Pittsburgh, Fox, whatever it's on. You can't do that with nobody. Come on, y'all. Come on now. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. The sports channel for Cleveland, Jacksonville, Tampa, just name a few. Yeah. Yeah. You just go to the Fox. If they playing on Fox or CBS, whatever they playing on, you just go to the city. You go to CBS. It got CBS, Fox, NBC. It got all on the side. I got a whole video showing y'all how to do it. Y'all just go see it. And you click on NBC, and then it got all the cities. And you go and find the city up, Pittsburgh, boop, and you watching the game. You watching the game. It's just that easy. Money can't beat that because it's gonna pay for itself. See, one thing about it's gonna pay for itself. You can't tell me it's not gonna pay for itself because if If you have to pay $100 a month, and that's cheap cable, that don't even exist no more. It's gonna pay for itself after a few months. You can't beat that, and you don't have no bill. But not only do you not have a bill, you have all these channels, and you gonna pay for itself during the sports season. Our Jizzle got one, and he said he watching the Crawford. Whoever just sent their payment in, I'll go ahead and process that when we get out. Somebody just sent some. Uh, yeah, I guess somebody's got a couple boxes. So I'll go ahead and make sure that it's Sunday, so they probably won't process it till tomorrow. But yeah, you should have your box by the end of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and get that process. Yeah. I think our Jizzle was talking about a boxing match. See, I ain't even watched the NBA Finals, man. That's how ragged I meant to, and I still got on the wrong day. I was like, it's on tomorrow, and then I missed the day, and I thought it was the next day. I was like, oh, the NFL in NBA Finals was the next day before. I was like, God, I was gonna at least watch one game. But yeah, NBA Finals, that's on the regular channel. But I used to miss all that because I didn't have no cable. I got tired of that mess, and I wasn't finna do no Philo and all that other boxes and then you get half channels you need, and then they don't give you the other channels. Like, that's crazy. Like, it make you pay. It's only $50 a month. Then you get it, but you only got half the channels. The channels you actually want, they make sure they give you a package with half the ESPN channels. But we ain't gonna give you the other channels, the other channels, the sports channels. They know exactly. I said these folks know exactly what they doing. Or they give you the sports channels, but then you might want to have some other regular stuff you got for your family, other Cartoon Network. They don't know how they figured out to divide them packages up, but you need both of them. And you still don't have everything with both of the packages. So yeah, the pay-per-view fight coming up, y'all use it for that. And you know that costs. Do you think the Knicks gonna pick? I don't know. I don't know nothing about no Knicks. I don't know nothing about no Knicks. Maybe be watched than me knowing all that stuff. I don't even keep up with all that, man. I missed. That's the kind of dude I was. I missed the NBA Finals. I ain't get one game. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Is that way to record for sure? Now that's the thing. I don't think it record. It don't have no recorder on it, nothing like that. But not the live. It don't have no way to show record it live. It ain't no what they call that thing. It ain't no Roku. But because some of them things come with a box and you record on the box. So I don't think so unless it's a special equipment. I just get the basic boxes. But I don't. Somebody asked me that last time. Can you record on it? They might have a box that can record on it. That's costs a little more. I don't. I'm looking into that. I don't think so. Because it's live TV. It ain't no recording feature inside the Tanggula box. Because the Tanggula box is just streaming. It don't have no um, space on it to store memory on side that box. The box only that box is smaller than a cell phone. I mean, about the size of a cell phone. It's just a little wider. The box is about and a little wider. Little box. Like I said, you can put that thing in your bag and take it with you to work. You can be at work. They be hating on you. You be on went to work and you'll be sitting there watching TV at work. You take that thing and put the HDMI into your laptop and you got your screen, your flat screen. Like I bring it in my office and put on my flat screen right there. And I can be watching TV on my flat screen while I work. Because if it got an HDMI, you plug your Tangle box. All you need is internet. Imagine that. You take your Tangle box to work and plug it into your computer and you got your remote. You just sitting there. You got all these channels. You at work. Matter of fact, if you got a business, some people got an office, like entrepreneur, you need your Tangle box. All you need is internet. You got all the channels. If you at work all day, you got an office, you got a flat screen TV, and you got a lobby, you put that mess out there in your lobby, them people gonna come to your, they gonna be like, what kind of mess is this? They be sitting out there in the lobby, they got all these channels. Then I ain't, everywhere else I go, it got 10 channels. So, yeah. It's next level, man. And the price, I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all a discount for Greg said. That's the only reason y'all paying $2.99. I think the regular price is $2.49. I'm not $2.49, $3.49. And to me, the box should be $5.49. it should be $549 because his cable is $300, $200 a month, and within 2-3 months you don't paid it off. Come on, that's just you pay for itself. So the information is there, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm gonna try to give me inspiration, motivation later on. And y'all check out. I've been if y'all been following me, y'all, I know some of y'all been saying I've been doing little unboxing videos. Greg said it's expanding. Now, I may not be expanding in some ways, but I'm expanding in some other ones. I've been getting a lot of companies reach out to me. They want me to do videos. So outside of this, I do little videos and let the kids get involved. And more people have been reaching out to me to do that. I would never thought about that, but that was kind of like an idea when I did Greg Said It for I just really Colorado. I wanted to do something like that. So brands are reaching out to me, and I do little videos, different products and stuff. So y'all be looking out for that. On my show, that unboxing videos and reviews and stuff like that. Um, Now with the Tanggula box, I'm more of a what you call it, not affiliate, but like a more of a wholesaler. Like with the Tangle box, I'm able to get the good deals on it, and I make sure that they take the order and process it. But with these other videos, it's just straight like sponsorship, affiliate stuff. So y'all be on the lookout. Greg Said It is expanding a little bit in some ways outside of football, but I'm gonna make sure I have some good products. Make sure they give me some good products so I can like let y'all know what's good. I got some stuff sitting over here right now. I got to do a couple videos. So, uh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You saw that. Jizzle say you saw that camera. Yeah, that camera was one, man. They sent me that camera. I've been looking for something like that for a minute for my kids. Sometimes they old enough to stay at home. And I had this thought in my head a few months ago, like, what if I had a camera that be like, hey, sit down. I can talk through the camera. They can talk back. And it's a little bit of camera. And like, if I need to go to the store or something like that, I'm like, oh shucks. So they sent me that camera. I was like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. So y'all check that video I just did with the little camera. It's a good price, and you got a Greg Said a discount in that description. So make sure y'all go in the description of the video. Because originally I didn't add it, but I went back and added it. So you go down to the description of that camera. I think the video said something about all the kids didn't notice this, something like that. Yeah, I just did it within last week. So y'all check out that video. That camera right there, man, it's a good house camera. You can put it on the stand I had, or you can take it off. I had it on the stand. You can sit it right on your countertop, and that thing just sit there, and you can communicate, back and forth with each other. And then you can mount it indoor, outdoor. I think it also it has night vision and all that. But what was impressive about the camera that I didn't pay attention to, that camera it's cellular. It's not Wi-Fi based. That's another thing I like about it. So you don't need no Wi-Fi connection. It connect to your cell phone. It's cellular based. So yeah, I want to see how that works when we out and about. But yeah, you can it can be cellular based and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting. I got to test that out a little more, see how far I can get away. But yeah, I forgot about that Jizzle. I got my mother. I can watch her. Yeah. That definitely good for something like that. You just sit that thing on the camera. You can mount it into a wall, or you can just like sit it on the shelf. It can sit too. It won't be mounted, but it can sit, and you can talk through that thing. Like, hey, what you doing? And then they can talk back. You can have a conversation. It's a two-way audio. So yeah, that's a good little situation there. And that towel rack video, yeah, I did that towel rack. I think the towel rack was my first one. I got that towel rack on the back of my door to this day. It's not in here. I did the video in here, but it's in my room. Yeah, that towel rack. I did a video. We put that towel rack together. So, man, I'm doing some different things. Yeah, and like I said, I got two products in right here. I got a cord. I'm gonna be doing a video about. I like it's like one of those unique cords. You could like charge multiple things on a cord. And then I got a nice little neck travel pillow. You can't go wrong with that. So I'm gonna be doing a video with that. And I got a whole bunch of other videos I'm gonna be doing. So man, it's gonna be interesting. So make sure y'all check all this good stuff out. Make sure y'all Tanggula box and all that. Yeah, we having a good time. Greg said it. Um, and again, I'll be hopefully doing inspiration motivation shortly. So y'all have a good one and enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. I'll be talking with y'all then.